basically this is the Microsoft project environment that you will launch it. This left hand side you see this looks like just like the Excel, and you basically type just like Excel. It behaves like Excel, and then you have the side ribbon here, where you have a bunch of commands. You can move from here like the right click. Default is always Gantt chart view, but there are others also. This area is called Gantt chart area, where because when we type something here, duration stuff, it shows up graphically in this area. This is called Gantt. Gantt is not an acronym or something. It's the name of the person who actually originally introduced this. And this area, this is called this is a bar that contains like all different tabs for doing various things. Now they are grouped into different categories. Like all these are for schedule, all these are for tasks, and these are something properties and other stuff like that. Okay, so basically the home environment or default for Microsoft project is a Gantt chart. So we have left-hand side task and right-hand side Gantt chart. This is called entry table area. Okay, so typically the most commonly used columns. This is divider line. Actually, you can hold it like a move back and forth here. You're gonna see more Gantt chart or less Gantt chart, and if you want to see more columns here, then you can do that. So typically, you always have task name, duration, start date, finish date, and predecessor is like when you sequence your tasks. So what is it before? What is it after that? So what is it before is called predecessor, and what resource is assigned to the task as you goes here. I'll show you one example actually that you can follow it. First, let me introduce you to the concept of work-pattern structure. I think it's covered in the lecture also yesterday. Please do listen to the recording, watch the video that I shared with you, and understand what work-pattern structure is before you do this assignment. So work-pattern structure is a hierarchical, graphical. If you draw graphically, this is a hierarchical structure of the scope when you break it down into progressively smaller and smaller pieces. So until you have the manageable tasks that can be managed and assigned to some resources, and also you can assign cost and duration to that. So I'll share with you a little bit. Let me minimize it. First of all, let's get started here. To start the project, when you launch it, you get this environment. What you do here is, first of all, you save this file, save as some reasonable name. Basically, I think So basically, you include your name, last name, or make sure that it identifies what this is about. So let's say now I'm gonna just pick this here to download. I mean, just wherever you want to save it. So I would say test project for now, just for my own saving sake. But okay, so you save this project first, so that you don't lose your work when you actually do it. Then what you need to do is go to project here and go to project information, where you specify the start date of the project. Now it's showing like 11/24. This is today's date. You can specify not in the past but in the future today's date, or like say you're starting on December 1. Let's say you're starting on December 1. So you start like that. Okay, you can put date like this. But you don't have to specify the finish date, because we don't know when you're going to finish it. So leave everything as it is. Nothing to change. This kind of initializes your project, right? So you say okay. So now this project just started will be that December 1. So what you need to do is, now, other thing is some kind of stuff you need to do before you start operating this project is you click on here, right? This area here that highlights everything. So what you need to do is that means that you selected the entire entry area. What you need to do is you need to basically change from manually scheduled tasks to auto schedule. I'll explain it later why we do that, but this is important that you do it. So when we go there, you go to task again. You need to go back to task menu. So this is your default place. Actually, when you go back to task, what you do is now you look at see now because I don't have any task entered here, so this is manually your auto is there disabled here. But I can just simply go here for now and change this to auto schedule. So when I enter task here, then it will show up here also. Because we have to do both places here as well as here. Auto. So what we need to do for we'll look at the work breakdown structure that we need to implement here for assignment 1. So let me minimize this for now and go to the document that I created actually. Let's see, where is it? Pictures. I don't know where I put the file. Let me search for it. Oh, right here. Okay. So this is the, it looks like an organization chart. So work breakdown structure, WPS, project name is upgrade IT infrastructure for ABC, some fictitious name company. So first level of breakdown is initiating, different, so initiating, planning, procurement, executing, closing. And underneath the further breakdown. So these are basically these are part of your WPS that need to enter into the schedule. So we will be using this information. So what I have here is the scope broken down into manageable tasks and under different categories. So it's like for example here initiating contains create project charter and it will take 3 days here and this I'm using number of days actually. Some people even weeks or months, but typically most of the cases project even days. Okay, so this is something that you will have in part of your assignment area. I can find this file I shared with you. So what I'll do is I'll show you actually I'll start entering this information into Microsoft project. So your assignment asks for entering the WPS tasks into Microsoft Word file and also assign resources to that for week 1. Okay, so let me close this and go back to Microsoft project file. Where is it? Sorry, I close it. Oh, right here. Okay, so as I said, no. So we'll start entering basically the tasks that I just showed you. First of all, we start with the project name. So project name, the project we have is project. Simply just typing upgrade structure for ABC, right? Okay, and just start typing. Actually, we are not sequencing anything. Just start typing, and now we have is what we need to do is we need to start one at a time, one category at a time. So first was initiating, then enter. So don't worry about all these duration and stuff yet, because we are not going to worry about right now. What we do is week one, we will make sure that we put the duration here, and also task name and assign resources. Okay, that's what is required from you. So the requirement is that you populate this column, task name, duration. The information is already given to you. Just populate that and assign resources. Okay, and other stuff we'll do in the following weeks. Right now, one thing at a time. So here under initiating, we have create a project charter. Right, and the next one is the planning and procurement, and underneath we have create a project plan. Create project plan. Next one is capture as is IT infrastructure. Sure. And IT structure. Okay. And I will just leave. I will not read the whole thing because you guys have to do that. I just show you how to do that. So what you need to do here is now, first of all, you need to indent the properly. So because you need to show that what is parent, what is child. So I know everything is under a project. So project is like the top level. So what you need to do is you need to select everything like underneath it, whatever is there all the way to the end, and then use this one here to add one indent. So this shows that everything is, this is the project overall project name. Everything else is underneath it. And now, and you know that the diagram I showed you, the figure, that create a project chart belongs to this category initiative. So how you show that it belongs to? So for this task, a parent or somebody task is this. So you use click, put your cursor on this, click on this task and indent. So now, as you see that now this shows that this one becomes bold. Initiating this is so this shows that initiating has this task. Similarly, the other tasks they have, they belong to planning and procurement. So I highlight those and then I click here, then they become children to that. So that's how you do that for everything. Continue to do that for the rest of the structure. Okay, in this way. So now what you need to do is do the duration here. The duration I have for initiating the creative project charter is 3 days. You just need to enter 3. You don't have to worry about days. 3 days is default. So I'm sorry. No. That's not right. Not here. Okay, because never ever assign anything. Never ever assign anything to the tasks or anything that's in the bold letters. Okay, bold letters. They all depend on. So you only assign duration or resources to the non-bold or regular font tasks. Okay, because the other tasks they are overarching. So whatever you do for the children task, everything like ramps up, adds up, and shows up for the parent also. So, for example, here, create project charter this issue is going to take like 3 days. So now, as you see, I put 3 days here. That means it shows that the initiating systems are only one task. If you complete this task in 3 days, so it should take 3 days to complete this category. So if this is the only task here, then this project will finish in 3 days. But we have more tasks, okay? So now let's look at this. So don't assign anything to this. This will automatically update. So create a project chart, project member plan. The days I assigned here is 2. Just type it 2 and enter. That's it. Okay. So for capture as is IT infrastructure, I have 5 days assigned to it. That's it. So right now, it's showing that it will take 5 days because we didn't define predecessor or successor yet. So it is assuming that all these 2 tasks they will be done simultaneously. So basically, everything will finish in 5 days. But right now, don't worry about this. Just keep entering the information that's provided to you. And when we sequence tasks and assign and define predecessors and successors, then this duration will be actual duration will show up here. So don't worry about these dates yet. Right now we will cover that in coming weeks. So now what you need to do is even this also, just don't worry about this right now. I think it's part of week 2. What you do need to assign these resource names here. I have the resources. Let's look at read the assignment information. So there are some rules that are given to you, and use your due diligence to assign appropriate resources. But I want to assign this resource here to show, illustrate you how to do that. Never ever assign anything to the bold things, the bold rows, the bold information, only to the children tasks, the regular tasks, and not bold. So basically, create a project chart. Who will do that? So that I would. Actually, now here's another thing for resources. I would add resources to the resource sheet, so they show up here. Right now, nothing is showing up here. You can type it directly here also, but the best thing is to just go here. Right now, open the resource sheet and start entering resource names here. So what I have here is I have a project manager, right? Well, usually these are names of the people, but I'm just using the titles of the people right now because usually these are names of people, but that's okay. We can use the titles. So, and the project manager, then I have technical, have business analyst, I have test analyst, contractor, systems administrator, I have a contract manager, and financial manager. I have a conference room. for meetings and stuff. Conference room for meetings. Have a project. Okay, so basically resources are people, equipment, raw materials. All these are resources. So what type of resource? See, there are three types. Work material cost. So this one is we call work because these people are assigned to work. So all these people, if you have human resources, you call it, just leave them as a work. That's default. But a conference room is not a work. It is a material basically because projector is material also, right? So sometimes there is a rental. Some people when some resource you need to have a pay rent or something, then you use cost for that. In your initials, no, you can use like two initials or one initial. You can call it a PM, here PM. It's up to you, PM or TA, that kind of thing. So you can specify that. We will talk about this later. I don't worry about this right now. So basically, I added a resource. Now keep saving it so as you go. Otherwise. So to go back to the other area that we're working on, always click on the Gantt chart view. So go to the Gantt chart view. So basically what you can do is right click here and the Gantt chart. It will take you to the previous view. So as you see that when I enter the information here, it's showing up graphically here. The board, the summary tasks here, parent tasks, they show up as this overarching black line here. They show the total duration of the effort. And for each task, there's a bar, and when you complete it, it will just keep putting a stripe on this, showing how much is complete. Right now, there's no stripe on it. That means not started yet. It is not, no work has been done yet. So for resources now, that's assigned for resources here. The resource name for this, I would say, if charter is created by a project manager. So I put project manager here. That's it. Manager, enter. Okay. So I assign project manager. So leave this one. Create a project manager plan. Again, this is done by project manager. Click it, enter. The capture as is IT infrastructure. I would say let me assign this for this business analyst because they are the people. What is current state? What people want actually for the future state? So enter here. Actually, can I also enter both project manager and business analyst? Okay. You can have more resources, multiple resources. Okay. So that's how you do it. So go through the remaining, the complete work breakdown structure, WPS, and you need to produce this type of information in an MS project file. This is once you finish it, you save it and submit this, through your assignment tab. If you have any questions, you let me know. And I already sent you the MS project ISO image, and you make sure you install it. You can only install on a Windows computer. So if you don't have Windows computer, to make some arrangement, borrow from somebody for the period of class, and grab some old laptop or something for this class. And if you already have 365 installed and doesn't have Microsoft Project included, then this will not work. So because if other version of Office is installed, and then it's compatibility issue. So I recommend that grab some old computer or borrow from somebody for this class, so you can install it. It doesn't work for Mac, so you have to have a PC, laptop. Let's see what else. Okay, I think that's it. Actually, I will save this and all the related information to you and follow along. And so I don't want to complete the whole thing here. I just want to show you how to do that, and you complete the remaining tasks. So this is a project where we will use throughout the course, a sample project. Okay, good luck and happy Thanksgiving to everybody. I talk to you next time, and meanwhile, please let me know if you have any questions. Have a good time.